God is speaking right now. The sound of heaven is trembling across the earth, and his voice is echoing louder than before. This is not an ordinary moment, this is a divine interruption. You were not meant to stumble upon this message by chance. It was heaven that drew you here. The angels have been waiting for you to stop, to listen, to remember what your spirit already knows. Child of the light, this is your awakening. This is your confirmation that God has been speaking to you all along, and this message is the final call for you to open your spiritual eyes before the next season unfolds. The signs were clear, yet you mocked my voice. The heavens themselves have been declaring things you refuse to see. You asked for proof while standing inside a miracle. You asked for signs while surrounded by them. Every repeated number, every sudden delay, every unshakable feeling inside your chest was heaven trying to draw your attention. When you saw 11:11 flashing on your phone, when you kept noticing 222 on the clock, when 777 followed your name like a whisper, those were not coincidences. Those were confirmations that heaven was near. Comment €OEM if you feel your spirit remembering what this means, because this message is heaven calling your soul to attention. You mocked my voice not because you did not hear it, but because it came softly. You expected thunder, but I came as stillness. You wanted miracles, yet I sent discernment. You wanted to see fire, but instead, I sent conviction. Do you not know that heaven often hides its greatest messages in silence? You kept telling yourself it was your imagination. You renamed holy discomfort anxiety. You called divine restraint fear. But it was I who disturbed your peace to protect your purpose. I was there when your heart raced just before making that wrong choice. I was the pause in your steps when you were about to enter a dangerous path. I was the heaviness in your chest when you reached out for what was never meant for you. You laughed it off, saying overthinking. But heaven warns through weight. Heaven whispers through discomfort. Every time you felt unease, every time your plans suddenly failed, I was saving you from something your eyes could not see. If you believe that, write I believe in the comments, for this acknowledgement itself breaks chains in the spirit. Child, the signs were not hidden, they were written across your days like fingerprints of the divine. When the same dream appeared 3 times, that was heaven repeating what you refused to hear. When a stranger spoke words that pierced your soul, that was how God used mouths to touch hearts. When your plans fell apart, that was not punishment, it was protection. You told yourself, why is everything delaying, but delays are heaven, alarm saying, wait, this is not safe. Heaven delays not to deny, but to defend. You mocked my voice when you asked for divine confirmation yet dismissed everything that came. You said, if this is truly from heaven, show me more. So I did. Again and again. Through numbers like 333 reminding you of the Holy Trinity. Through 444 reminding you that angels are encamping around you. Through 999 reminding you that a season has ended and a new one is being born. Those signs followed you because heaven followed you. You were never abandoned, you were being warned, guided, prepared. Comment €999 now if you feel your spirit entering completion. Heaven is still speaking. This message, this exact moment, this voice reaching your heart right now, it is a divine orchestration. God has arranged this encounter to awaken what has been sleeping inside you. For too long, you brushed off the whispers. You believed the noise of the world more than the still voice of God. You called prophetic warnings a superstition, forgetting that faith has always required hearing what can be seen. But now, heaven demands your attention. This is an urgent prophetic message for those who still have ears to hear. You were not mocked, chilled, you were being molded. Every delay you cursed was an angel blocking danger on your behalf. Every heartbreak you thought broke you was heaven pruning what could not grow with you. Every silence you mistook for abandonment was heaven letting your faith mature. When heaven stops answering your prayers, it is not rejection a euro, it is graduation. Heaven waits to see if you can stand in the quiet and still say a euro omen. A euro. If that is your declaration today, write a euro oem and a euro below and seal your spirit with agreement. Do you remember the night you could not sleep without reason? That was me waking your spirit for intercession. Do you remember the time you nearly went somewhere but felt that sudden unease that made you turn back? That was me blocking an unseen danger. Do you remember the call you didn't return, the friendship that suddenly fell away, the opportunity that slipped from your hands? Each one looked like loss, but it was layered protection. You thought heaven was taking from you, but heaven was saving you. Type a euro OE777 a euro if you feel the vibration of divine protection all around you right now. You mocked my voice in subtle ways. Not with blasphemy, but with procrastination. You said, a euro LL pray about it later. A euro you said, a euro LL start when I feel ready. A euro and yet the moment passed. Every delay became disobedience dressed as caution. But heaven is merciful. Grace is patient. Even now, though you ignored the signs, your angels have not left you. They have stood guard through your rebellion, through your confusion, through your exhaustion. Every time you walked into the wrong place, they went before you. Every time you felt shame for ignoring go to Euro's call, they whispered, a euro to Euro's not too late. A euro if you feel them near as you read this, comment a euro 444 a euro as a sign that you recognize the angelic presence surrounding you. The next chapter of your life requires clarity. Heaven is calling you into spiritual precision. You can no longer rely on old patterns or random emotions. You must discern in silence. You must trust your first divine instinct. You must honor the voice that tells you a euro eno a euro when your heart screams a euro eyes. A euro this is your training ground for the days ahead. Heaven is repositioning its warriors, and you, beloved, have been chosen. That resistance you a euro ve been feeling a euro eat a euro s not confusion, eat a euro s spiritual refinement. You euro re being trained to walk by faith, not by sight. Do not mock heaven again by doubting what your spirit already recognizes. You asked for confirmation, and this is it. You prayed for a sign, and now heaven is saying, a euro listen, obey, surrender. A euro comment a euro E1111 a euro if your spirit feels the shift happening within you now a euro, because this is your alignment number, your gateway into divine timing. You mocked my voice in subtle ways. Not with blasphemy, but with procrastination. You said, a euro LL pray about it later. A euro you said, a euro LL start when I feel ready. A euro and yet the moment passed. Every delay became disobedience dressed as caution. But heaven is merciful. Grace is patient. Even now, though you ignored the signs, your angels have not left you. They have stood guard through your rebellion, through your confusion, through your exhaustion. Every time you walked into the wrong place, they went before you. Every time you felt shame for ignoring go to Euro's call, they whispered, a euro to Euro's not too late. A euro if you feel them near as you read this, comment a euro 444 a euro as a sign that you recognize the angelic presence surrounding you. The next chapter of your life requires clarity. Heaven is calling you into spiritual precision. You can no longer rely on old patterns or random emotions. You must discern in silence. You must trust your first divine instinct. You must honor the voice that tells you a euro eno a euro when your heart screams a euro eyes. A euro this is your training ground for the days ahead. Heaven is repositioning its warriors, and you, beloved, have been chosen. That resistance you a euro ve been feeling a euro eat a euro s not confusion, eat a euro s spiritual refinement. You euro re being trained to walk by faith, not by sight. Do not mock heaven again by doubting what your spirit already recognizes. You asked for confirmation, and this is it. You prayed for a sign, and now heaven is saying, a euro listen, obey, surrender. A euro comment a euro E1111 a euro if your spirit feels the shift happening within you now a euro, because this is your alignment number, your gateway into divine timing. God is raising an army of awakened souls, and you are one of them. The shaking you feel is not destruction s transformation. The ending resisting is not rejection s redirection. Heaven is moving pieces you cannot yet see. You are being placed exactly where the prophecy needs you to stand. The prayers your ancestors prayed are blooming through your obedience. Do not run from what feels unfamiliar run toward what feels sacred. Listen carefully, child of light, for this is not a coincidence this is a divine interception. The window of grace is still open, but it will not stay open forever. Heaven patience is not weakness, it is mercy extended one more time. Every second you feel this message pressing upon your heart is a sign that eternity is leaning closer to you. You have been chosen to hear this now because heaven refuses to give up on you. The breath of God is still near, still waiting for your eyes. Heaven is not punishing you, it is positioning you. Everything that feels delayed, blocked, or confusing right now is part of a divine rearrangement. The detours were never denials they were redirections. The very path that seemed like loss is actually the passageway to restoration. Every person who left, every door that closed, every season that felt like silencio none of it was meant to destroy you. It was designed to realign you. The pain was not punishment, it was preparation. Heaven had to clear the noise around you so that your ears could finally hear again. Every distraction pulling at you has been a weapon, carefully designed to steal your hearing and dull your discernment. The constant noise, the endless comparisons, the chaos in your emotions all of it was meant to make you miss the whisper. But those who stay awake, those who silence the world long enough to hear heaven's breath, will inherit divine acceleration. The ones who obey not after confirmation, but at the first whisper, will walk into miracles others only dream about. This is not a season for hesitation. Heaven is calling for alignment, not debate. Each delay in your obedience delays your destiny. Every omabe tomorrow steals a piece of today's miracle. But if you choose alignment right now if you decide to walk in step with heaven's rhythm your life will begin to unfold in divine synchronization. What used to take years will take moments. What used to require tears will now flow with ease. When obedience and destiny meet, miracles no longer delay they rush to your doorstep. The signs are about to intensify. You will notice them in the smallest things in the time on the clock, in the repetition of words, in the people who suddenly cross your path. You will feel sudden clarity in areas where confusion once ruled. Dreams will repeat, but this time with sharper symbols, clearer meanings. Conversations will align with things you've been secretly praying about. It will feel like the entire universe is echoing your thoughts because heaven is speaking directly into your timeline. And you will feel it physically. Chills running down your arms. A warmth in your chest that feels like peace pressing gently on your heart. Sometimes, it will be an overwhelming calm in the middle of chaos. Do not dismiss these sensations. These are not random emotions, they are confirmations from the unseen realm. They are heaven's fingerprints upon your spirit, proof that divine presence surrounds you. Your sensitivity is not weakness it is awakening. You are being recalibrated to hear again, see again, trust again. Do you understand now, child of light? The signs were never meant to scare you they were meant to prepare you. The strange encounters, the repeated numbers, the dreams that left you uneasy all of it was heaven's way of shaking you awake. The same voice you once ignored, mocked, or doubted is the voice now welcoming you back with open arms. The same spirit you silenced in frustration is the one now breathing life into you again. You were never abandoned, you were being refined. Heaven does not seek your shame it seeks your awakening. The divine realm has no interest in condemning your mistakes, it only wants to use them as soil for your transformation. Every fall you've had is becoming the foundation for your rise. Every tear you shed has been collected, not wasted. What comes next will separate those who merely speak of faith from those who truly live it. You are being called not just to believe, but to move euro, to walk, to surrender, to obey in full faith, even when it doesn't make sense. This is your moment of restoration. Every delay, every missed opportunity, every silent season euro, it all held purpose. Heaven never forgot the promises spoken over your life. What you thought you lost because of time or failure is not gone euro, it is waiting for your obedience to catch up with destiny. Once you realign, restoration will move swiftly. Blessings that once trickled will now flow like rivers. Everything you thought was broken beyond repair will be renewed. The opportunities you missed will reappear. The relationships heaven approves will return or be replaced with divine connections that fit the new version of your soul. The doors that once seemed sealed will open with ease when your heart stands in alignment with heaven's rhythm. You will walk in divine favor again, but this time not with naivety, but with clarity, humility, and maturity. This time, you will recognize that grace is not luck euro, it is guidance. Heaven is waiting for a response. You are not reading this by accident. The question has been placed before your spirit: will you continue to call divine interruptions coincidences, or will you finally rise into discernment? Will you keep doubting what God keeps confirming? How many more signs do you need before you surrender? Angels are watching your agreement even now. Every time you say a euro, every time you choose peace over panic, obedience over fear, heaven builds a bridge in your favor. This is not just a message euro, it is an encounter. The words euro re-hearing carry a frequency of awakening. The moment your spirit agrees, something in the unseen begins to shift. It is as though heaven pauses, leans forward, and whispers, "A euro oath heard me this time. A euro. You are loved beyond measure. Not loved in theory or as a concept euro, but loved in motion, loved through pursuit, loved through divine patience." The same voice you once silenced is calling again euro, but this time with greater power, urgency, and compassion. Do not wait for more signs, you are already living inside them. Look around euro, every detail of your life right now carries heaven euro's handwriting. You are surrounded by evidence that grace is not finished with you. Mercy is chasing you. Even when you tried to walk away, it followed quietly. When you hid in your doubt, it waited at the edge of your reasoning. And now it stands before you, holding out one more invitation: return. Not in guilt, not in fear, but in surrender. For every time you said, a euro am not ready, a euro, heaven said, a euro ll wait. A euro, but understand these euro, the window of grace, though wide, will not remain open forever. To hesitate now is to risk missing a divine appointment written only for this moment in time. When you feel your heart stirring, when you sense warmth moving through your body as you read these words, that is heaven touching you. Eat a euro's your confirmation that this message was not routine euro, it was sent. You are not late. You are right on time for your awakening. So if your spirit is ready, respond. Type a euro yaman euro as your declaration of agreement. Type a euro e222 a euro as your commitment to divine alignment. Type a euro e1111 a euro as your symbol of awakening. Type a euro e999 a euro to declare that an old chapter is closing and a new one is beginning. Each declaration is not just a comment euro, eat a euro's a spiritual act, a visible sign of invisible surrender. Angels record the sound of obedience. Heaven honors the movement of faith. Every word you speak in faith becomes a bridge for blessing. Every act of surrender breaks another chain of delay. When you align your voice with heaven euros, the atmosphere shifts in your favor. What was blocked begins to flow. What was hidden begins to reveal itself. Do not underestimate what is happening right now. The Spirit of God is breathing through these words. Your soul is being reminded that it was chosen, not forsaken. Your life is being repositioned for divine purpose. The silence Eurove endured is about to turn into song. The confusion is about to dissolve into clarity. The pain is about to transform into power. Heaven is near, child. Listen this to me, Euro, not with your ears, but with your heart. The breath of God is moving gently through this very moment, inviting you back to where peace still lives. You were never forgotten, never abandoned. The signs that once seemed random were always guiding lights. They were Heaven Euro's coded love letters, calling you home one whisper at a time. This is your second chance. Your divine reset. A moment to obey without hesitation, to love without fear, to trust without proof. Heaven Euro's hands are extended. Angels stand ready. Grace is waiting. Destiny is unfolding. Listen deeply now. You will never be the same after this awakening. And when your heart answers, heaven will know Euro, one more child of light has remembered the sound of home.